Hi guys, welcome to TTF. Welcome to TTF. Hey guys, welcome. It is so good to have you. I'm so happy to be here. Wow. I'm so glad that I got the time to do this. Oh, wait, do you have a cup of tea? Go grab your cup of tea. Cheers. Okay, is it? I'm taking Rubois tea. And oh my god, is that how they pronounce it? Rubois, I think, I guess. Amazing guys. Tell me how you're doing in the comments section. As usual, you know the drill. I'd love to know how you're doing, and even though sometimes I take long to respond to that, please don't be discouraged. I will definitely always get the time to do it. Before we get into it, let's say a prayer. Father, I thank you so much for this wonderful evening. I thank you for everyone who is watching. Father, I just pray that, Lord, let your spirit come and dwell with us. May your presence dwell with me as I speak and as I share my experience with the world. Lord, may your will be done and may there be an impact. And may all the glory and honor go to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Guys, if I look tired, I am sorry. I am trying so much to be for you because, guys, this is the second week. It's officially the second week of my internship. Guys, let me tell you, do you know one of those things that no one could have ever prepared you for? This is one of them. Like, no one could have ever prepared for me for this. No one. I'm not even in a bad way, guys. I still do enjoy it. I have a passion for it, honestly. At least for the past 2 weeks, God has given me the grace to even wake up. You guys, waking up at 6, 5, me, okay, 5:30. Like before, I'd wake up, I'd be waking up to go for outreaches and what. Mike would help me wake up. But now, by the time the alarm goes off, apart from Tuesday, I had a hard time waking up. But like, God has given me grace, you guys. God has given me grace to wake up. God has given me grace to push and to have a zeal. Like, he has given me that quench and that thirst for medicine, like to just keep going. And I thank him for that, because that's what keeps me going. Otherwise, it's really, really intense. And I was just, a few days ago, I was just thinking about this whole experience. And I was just like, okay, God. At first, like I told you guys, at first I was like beating myself up. I was like, man, what am I going to do for collective, Bunjoville, 3-time Friday? Then I was reminded that he knows me from beginning. He knows my life and he knows my path from beginning to end. All I have to do is to walk in obedience. So if I'm walking in obedience right now, if I'm where he wants me to be, I'm going to be okay. And I was encouraged. Then there's a time even Michael and I were reading about Moses. And when God called Moses to go and take the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses kept giving God excuses. No, I don't know how to speak. Oh, what if this? Oh, what if that? And God was like, I am with you. So then I thought about it a little bit deep. And I'm like, sometimes when a word of prophecy or a word from God comes upon our lives, we think, oh, God said that I'm going to be this, so it's going to be easy. Or, man, everyone says I'm going to be a doctor. God has said that not once, not twice. It's going to be a smooth ride. This week I realized that, okay, yes, there's a reason why he says I am with you. Because if we weren't going to get anxiety, if we weren't going to panic, if we weren't going to want to give up, he wouldn't have said I'm with you. He'd just be like, yeah, go, you're going to be fine. But he was like, I'm with you. It's like he knew that we needed to remember that, Sarah, I'm with you, okay? Like, things are going to get tough, guys. I feel like I've been tested. Like, in these 2 weeks, I've really stretched myself in a very good way, obviously, not in like in a bad way. But like, I feel like I've really gone to the ends of myself that I didn't even know I had. And I'm like, wow, God, this is me. And I'm like, wow, so if this is speak to how much more is out there for me. So when I say that he has a reason why he says I am with you, because he knows it's not gonna be easy for Sarah. He's like, Sarah, I'm with you like Moses. I'll be with you. Even Joshua, he told Joshua, I will be with you. In fact, when I was starting internship, I read Joshua 1:9, and I was reminded, like, when God was telling him that, be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid, for I'm with you. And to be honest, God has been with me. God has been with me for the past 2 weeks. It hasn't been easy, you guys. It's intense. Being a doctor is not a joke. Being a doctor is not something you take lightly. First of all, you're dealing with people's lives. So my whole point of this Tea Time Friday is just to tell you guys that, yes, the truth is it's hard. It's so hard. It's hard. It's different. But these are the lessons that I've learned from it. Number one, I've learned that God is a father that needs us to grow. I was there thinking, like, Sarah, I'm used to smooth sailing, things going my way, I pray, he answers, that kind of thing, that kind of back and forth. But now I'm like in a desert, I'm like in an ocean. And for Sarah, he's like, you're in an ocean, here, that's a floater, swim. The waves come, the sharks are swimming around me, all of those things, but he's with me. So I realized that he's a father that needs us to grow. He wants us to grow. So that means that hard times will come, challenges will come, and we have to rise up to the challenge. Because if we don't, we are slowing things down. Like in his head, our father is like, okay, so Sarah's going to encounter this. After here, preparing her for this, she takes on this job, takes on this position. After that, I give her another challenge, preparing her for the next level. So for us, if we can't rise up to the challenge, we are slowing it down. You know what I mean? Like, God is there with us through these challenges. He brings these challenges. He brings these tests. He brings these different ways of life. He brings these different seasons so that he can grow us and shape us and mold us and help us get out of our comfort zone. Because me, I was in my comfort zone, you guys. I wake up the time I want. I had my routine. And most of the times I'm home. I have TCUG. I have my husband. I have time. But now, and guess what? He's preparing me for motherhood. So I was like, wow, Sarah, there are certain things that God does because he knows, he does it intentionally. And then for us, we're like, oh my God, I thought you're with me. Why is this so hard? And now my attitude has changed to like, wow, God, I thank you for this season. I thank you for what you're teaching me. I thank you because you are with me. I thank you because you are grooming me and you're growing me and you're shaping me. Do you know what I mean? So that's my first lesson. My first lesson is God is a father who makes us grow, who wants us to grow, who needs us to grow actually. Number 2 is to embrace the growth. You guys, in the beginning, you as my husband, you guys, I was complaining. Anyway, first of all, like the first week, like honestly, I love what I'm doing. I love where I am. But I kept complaining. I'm like, oh my God, I come back tired. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, my feet. But I was like, Sarah, it's high time you embrace this growth. The earlier the better, because it's not going away. You can't run away from internship. You can't go above it. You can't go behind it or under it. You must face it head on. So I was like, you know what? I changed my attitude. Like now I'm embracing it. I'm like, okay, what do we have? We have to stay. It's coming to 8. I'm still at the hospital. Fine, no problem. Let's finish what we have to do. This is needed. You can't go to church on Sunday anymore. You have to work on Saturdays. It's fine. Let's go through it because it's a season, and this season will never come back. So those are the things I've been telling myself. This season will never come back. There are certain seasons in our lives that will never come back, and they are hard. But after we get through that hard season, Mama, I tell ya, like you're just on another level. Military just. So what I'm saying is, let's embrace. If you're out there, embrace the season. Allow God to groom you. Allow God to grow you. He's with you, remember. Number 3, hard work is part of our equation as Christians. Let me tell you, me as a Christian, I thought it was like all about the soft life. I already told you guys in the previous Tea Time Fridays. This year, God has been teaching me like, honey, you gotta put in the work. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes you'll suffer, but I am with you. And I've realized that hard work is part of being a Christian. It doesn't mean that just because it says I can do all things, you should read the whole context. What Paul was doing. Paul was in prison writing a letter. He was in prison for preaching the gospel. So hard work is part of it. We must be doing our part at the end of the day. And sometimes we have this mentality of like, yeah, I'm a chill. Everything will work out for my good. But there's a end of the bargain that must be met. And hard work is part of that process. So that is what I've learned also, and I hope this lesson is also helping someone out there, because this hard work thing even made me fail in school sometime before uni, because I was like, yeah, I'm meant to be a doctor, I'll be a doctor eventually. Yeah, I wasn't a doctor. I mean, I am a doctor now, but like, I did fail my exams and I had a gap year. That's when I even came back to my senses, and now it's been ever since. And number 3, my last one, is not to complain. Sometimes I'll be thinking, oh, I'm just talking, I'm just ranting, but it comes off as complaining. So I've learned to use my tongue better. I've learned to be more positive, to see the beauty in everything. That movie, Unsung Hero, was the cherry on top that we watched on last Friday with Power FM. That was that cherry on top. Like, but just when I was thinking about making the best out of situations, I watched that movie. Guys, go watch that movie. 100 out of 100%. It is the best movie. So guys, as I leave this video, what do I want you to part with? Number 1, God as a father needs us to grow. He wants us to grow. He brings seasons for us to grow. Number 2, embrace the growth. Number 3, try to make the best out of every situation. Try to see that good out of every situation, because the people around you that are relying on you, because your attitude only can change the attitude of everyone around you. Just because you are carrying yourself in a certain way, just because you're thinking in a certain way, you have the power of that. Guys, that is me and my internship series. One day this journey will be done. For now, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're drinking your tea. I love you. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.